Hi, folks. Hope you're all doing well today. Let me get my timer started. Um, Things down on the coast of the Gulf of Mexico look worse and worse and worse every day. Every time I do these updates, there's big stuff going on right now, and there's still the news now is just turning to the devastation that's happening along the coast. Basically, there's some stuff I want to go over, but let's take a look at what BP has done about the oil catastrophe yesterday on May 24th. I think it was the 24th yesterday. Yes, it was. So I'm going to just go down the list here. I've already read these articles, so I'm not going to read them all. It's just a couple I really want to go over. So let's see here. Critics say shakeup of mineral management service is not enough. MMS, they need to be that needs to be gutted. This mineral. These are the guys that just had a party with a cake that said "Drill, baby, drill," like it was a joke. Get rid of them. Okay. Investigation finds bad cement jobs often a problem with rigs. There's a video. I watched the video. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Louisiana says the state will protect the wetlands from the oil spill with or without the Corps of Engineers, the Army Corps of Engineers, who these guys are dragging their feet about whether it's environmentally safe to put up like a almost like a levee of sand to keep the oil off the shore. And as they're trying to decide, of course, the oil is coming onshore and environmentally killing the environment there. So, yeah, let's. The tube siphoning the oil from the spill collects less and less oil every day. At least it got some of the oil. I can't be completely pessimistic. It's good that it sucked up that 100 gallons. Okay, let's keep going. Oil keeps gushing. Toxic dispersants keep flowing. I wanted to touch on this a little bit because the EPA, in their foolishness, and because they panicked, approved this dispersant, Corexit. I think it's Corexit 95. And in the meantime, they have found that this material may be even worse than the oil on the environment, and they told BP to stop using it, I think last Thursday or Friday, and they said, you've got to stop using it by Sunday, or you have to tell us why you're not stopping using it, and BP just ignored them. And when asked Monday and again yesterday by the EPA, like, you've got to stop using this stuff. No, we're not going to stop. Absolutely not. It's the best thing that we could possibly use. We know better than you. Blah, blah, blah. And they're just continuing to spray this stuff all over the oil. So that you know what it's really about? It's so that they won't have to spend the money to clean it up off the beaches. And who cares about the bottom of the ocean? And that's another thing. I was watching some news today in many places, like some of the coral reefs and stuff. The fish have disappeared, have totally disappeared, and biologists don't know why. I think I can offer my opinion about why it's gone, but the fish are gone off of coral reefs. They're already gone. And the coral is now starting to get plugged up with oil, so the corals, that might as well be kiss goodbye now. Oh, this one too. BP pledges up to $500 million for Gulf oil spill research. Pledges. Very careful choice of words. The remote vehicle. This is another one I wanted to touch upon. I'm going to touch upon this one first. BP will try stopping the leak with a dome if the top kill doesn't work. Now, the top kill is what the procedure they were supposed to try last Sunday, then yesterday, and now it's going to be tomorrow. This is where they shoot mud down into it and stuff. And I hope it works. I don't get any satisfaction from BP failing in this at all. I really don't. So now they have the top kill equipment in place, and hopefully they're going to rock and roll with this, and hopefully it'll stop. But I found it interesting at the end of the article. It's the same goofball stuff that BP says, how they're almost like landing a man on the moon. It wasn't landing a man on the moon when they got their license a year ago and said they could handle any catastrophe, basically. Just give me the license. Drill, baby, drill. But what I found interesting about this top kill thing, I've got to hurry up here, is that they've come up with the percentage on the chances of it being successful. They say 60 to 70%. How can they come up with a 60 or 70%? I mean, basically, they're getting us ready that this is going to be a failure. I would now wager money that this is going to be a failure, and I want it to be a success. Okay, we're going to finish up here. As usual, I get long-winded. I just saw a disturbing video of Tony Hayward arrogantly using Winston Churchill's exact words about how we're going to fight them in the ocean and fight them on the shore and we'll fight. And the news guy goes, didn't Winston Churchill say that, like, in the Second World War? And he goes, this is just like the Second World War. We're going to be victorious, he's saying. He's already lost the fight, but he's going to be victorious. And he's arrogantly, he goes on shore and he says, oh, this is awful, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is the guy that said this won't be that big of a deal. Won't be that big of a environmental impact. And he called it, this is a horrible environmental issue. And the guy goes, the anchor or the news guy goes, environmental issue? Wouldn't you call this a catastrophe? An environmental catastrophe? And Hayward looks at the person, I mean, just like mean and arrogant, and says, there's no reason to call this an environmental catastrophe yet. I'm sure many people will, but we certainly aren't. That's not a quote. But I mean, come on. He's standing, there's oil coming around his feet. There's dead animals washing up around him, and nope, it's an environmental issue. Well, I've got to go, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Go BP!